Welcome to our giant spider web. I am so excited to share a game idea with you using this idea along with several other last-minute Halloween party ideas that will only take a matter of minutes for your family to pull off using supplies you probably already have around the house. We're excited to share them with you to create a fun and festive Halloween party this year. For this first idea, you want to select a broom and then get some yarn. I like white yarn because it looks more like a spider web. And you're simply going to string it all around the room, from the chair legs to the couch legs, maybe on some doorknobs or even on some of the blinds. You want to be able to just create a giant spider web. Then you want to get one of the plastic cheap Halloween spider rings and you're going to put it around the yarn right at the beginning. In this case it's the middle, but put it at the beginning of your spider web. And then make sure to tape off the closure because it probably has that opening where it can come loose to fit any ring size. So make sure to close that off so that spider isn't going anywhere. And then you're going to have everybody race to see how fast they can get the spider all throughout the entire web. You're going to be going over, under, around, and through all of it. It is so much fun. For a really fun effect, you can even turn off all the lights in the evening, add a black light, and then your spider web glows for some extra fun ambiance for your Halloween party. It is so much fun for a quick and easy Halloween party game that only takes minutes to prepare. Before we move on to the next game, be sure to hit that subscribe button down below and give us a like so that YouTube knows to give you all of the fun and festive ideas that we have, not just for Halloween, but for all of the holidays coming up, and also for fun, everyday ideas that make it easy for your family to spend quality family time together. We love bringing you those ideas to create laughter and memories in your home. So be sure to subscribe, give this a like, and now on to our next Halloween party game that you can pull together at the last minute for lots of festive fun. For this game, you want to make some handmade brooms and also find a witch's hat. And then you're going to try and fly the broom onto the witch's hat. Now there's several ways you can do this, but first we need to make the brooms. So start with a simple craft stick and also grab a lunch sack, some scissors, and also some glue. You're going to start by trimming some triangular pieces out of the lunch sack. That's going to be for the bottom bristles of the broom. Just cut those triangles and then make some scissor snips in the bottom of it to create that fringed look of the bottom of the broom. I like to roll the ends of it up a little bit just so that they have a little bit of differentiation from each of them so it doesn't just look like the triangle, but now the broom really starts to take shape. Then you're going to take those triangles and adhere them to the end of the craft sticks to complete the broom look. Now if you want, you can have all of your family members color on them, make them their own, or you can just use a single plain set for the game. And the basic component of the game, as we said earlier, is that you're going to try and fly the broomsticks and get them to land on the brim of the witch's hat. Sounds easy, and it definitely can be, especially for the younger players. But if you want, you can take it up a notch by saying you have to throw it backward, or you have to throw it while you're spinning. Or maybe you say the person who can throw it and land it from the farthest with only 3 tries is the winner. So if you go super far back and don't make any of the tries, you could lose, but you don't want to get so close that somebody else in one of their 3 tries gets farther from you. There are so many ways to take this game to the next level with tons of different adaptations, and I think your children will enjoy being able to come up with their own twists as well, in addition to the backwards or the distance or spinning under the leg, whatever it is. You can also play this like horse and basketball, where you do a trick, whether it's the backwards or the under the leg or from 10 feet away, to be able to get it on, and then the person after you has to recreate that witch's flying broom, or else they get a letter. But instead of spelling horse, in this game we're going to spell witch, W-I-T-C-H, instead. See what tricks you can come up with. Maybe you have to bounce it off the top of the witch's hat before it lands. Or maybe it has to be able to flip in the air before it lands. I'm sure your family will love this easy Halloween party game. There are so many variations that can be adapted to any age or skill level. Alright, on to the next game. The next game is what I like to call Dueling Spiders. And in this game, all you need is a poster board, a marker to be able to create your fun web, a single die, and then also some spiders. I love to use the plastic spider rings, which I will put a link to those in the description down below. Or you can always just draw some on paper and cut them out to use as your game pieces as well. The first thing that you want to do is create your game board. And in this case, you're simply going to draw a fun spider web onto the poster board and make it as big as you want, especially if you're playing with a lot of players. Once your spider web is all drawn in, go ahead and put a circle in each of the connecting points along the web. And I also like to put a few additional dots as well. And these dots that you drew are going to be the game spaces. So then you're going to start by having all of the spiders just at random spots throughout the game board. And then players are going to take turn rolling the die, and then whatever they get, that's how many game spaces they get to move. Now you can play this game with a couple different strategies. You can be one who tries to quickly get to your other opponents, and if you land on the same square that they are, then they move off the board and the last person standing is the winner. Or if you don't want to attack the other spiders, your strategy can be simply to continually move away from all of the other players, let some of them take care of themselves on the board, and then only when there's a couple players left, maybe you change your strategy to try to get your opponent instead. So it's a really fun balance between getting close enough that you might be able to get them on the next turn, but not so close that they're definitely going to get you. Dueling Spiders, so easy to put together and so much fun. The next game is perfect for your jack-o'-lanterns before you put them out on the front porch, or you can even use some fake ones, like I have. Just make sure that you remove any lights or anything that are inside if they come out. This one easily popped out of the end, so there's no lights inside to get damaged. And then you have the rest of the jack-o'-lantern ready to play with. Then you want to grab some toy darts or Nerf guns, whatever it is that you have. We'll have some arrows that can go inside of the carving on the jack-o'-lantern. Then the object of the game is simple. You're going to take turns shooting your toy darts, and whoever the first person is to get it inside is the winner, or you can play the first person to 3 or 5. It's supplies you already have on hand, and it is so easy.
Oh yeah!
What if you don't have a toy dart gun? No problem. Just create some miniature paper airplanes. You can even color the top of them orange or put a jack-o'-lantern face on them, and then use those to try and fly through the pumpkin. Whatever supplies you have to get an object inside of your jack-o'-lantern, you are ready to play. Before we move on to our next game, if you want to create an epic Halloween night for anybody from tweens all the way up through adults, then definitely try out our Halloween escape room. We created an escape room perfect for a Halloween theme, and we have all of the instructions for it and a link down in the description below. We take you step by step through every process. It makes it so easy to pull off, and everybody else is going to have such an epic Halloween adventure. You're going to love it. Our next last-minute easy Halloween party game is what I like to call the Wandering Ghost. And for this game, you don't need any supplies whatsoever. Just have all of your family sit on the floor in a circle or scattered randomly throughout a room, and then you're going to choose one person to be the wandering ghost. All the other participants close their eyes in the circle while the wandering ghost stands up, and he's going to weave in and out of the players, trying to do it as quietly as possible so they can't even sense that he is there. If they happen to notice that he seems to be walking by, they can reach out and try to touch the ghost, and if they do it and he's there, then they get to choose the next person to be the wandering ghost. But you don't want to just always have your hands out and moving, hoping to be able to catch someone, because if you reach out 3 times and never successfully catch a ghost in any of those 3 tries, then you now become the wandering ghost and you're in the center. So much fun, so easy, no supplies needed. And finally, our last game is what I like to call the monster treasure hunt. And in this case, our monster has set a treasure somewhere in the house filled with all of the Halloween candy, and it's your turn to try and find out what to do. Now, I created a printable with 7 clues and 5 games, all on the same PDF. If you want to use that as a start, you definitely can. I will put a link to that in the description down below over on our shop at FamilyFed.com. But you can always come up with your own clues to lead your family members through this monster treasure hunt. It's just a fun, easy way for them to get some of that Halloween candy without just setting it out on the counter. They've got to go and search for it and find that special prize with all of the monster clues along the way. So those are our last minute easy Halloween party games that you can pull off in no time at all. Or maybe you planned ahead of time. They are still easy for any Halloween party. I hope you enjoy them, and again, if you did, be sure to give us a thumbs up, subscribe so you can check out more of our family fun, and even look at some of our previous videos as well. We love having you with us, and plus, if you do this, we'd love to see what you do. If you post it on social media, be sure to tag us, so I'll put a link to our social media accounts down in the description below. Thank you so much for watching. Happy Halloween, and we will see you next time. Bye-bye.